Hi, I'm Angela Buccini Butch, the director of the Muse Brooklyn, a circus and dance studio and performing arts center in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I guess I've been doing this since I was a little kid. I've been pulling people together ever since I was really young. I would go around and give the kids in my neighborhood rehearsal schedules and curate shows, and I would charge all the neighbors admission, and we would save up money and buy pizza once we succeeded with our show. So I guess that's where it all kind of started. I've just always wanted to pull people together and create something that I thought was magic. Much later, it started in New York, in Brooklyn. I was in a show, and one of my fellow cast members really wanted to learn how to dance, and she wanted to do it in private, so we decided that we would set up my backyard as a studio, and she helped me to purchase the dance floor. So a few friends spent that summer, and we built up this little studio. It was called Studio 43, hidden in Bushwick, in the backyard, and by the end of that summer we ended up having over 100 people coming out for shows. And then eventually a tornado hit and it tore the studio up and we were left with nothing. We took a hiatus once that studio was destroyed, and I actually went on a tour that took me around the world. And at that time I decided it was a good idea to start fundraising to rebuild this studio. Our community of artists all pulled together to help us go forward with this expansion, and some friends tipped us off of this great space, and we found our current location, the Muse in Williamsburg. And we've been there for a fabulous 4 years, and we've really built up the community in the spirit of the performing center, and now we're ready to expand. We started off really, really slow. We had fewer clients than we did community members that actually helped build the Muse. We had about 70 artists that really built the Muse from the ground up. We knew nothing about construction, but we came together, we cooked meals, we learned, and we built together, and we made this fabulous place. Our first official year of business in 2012, we had 33 students total. And the following year we ended up having 273 students. And by 2014, our biggest month, we had 573 students. So we are outgrowing our space and we need a new home. So right now we're facing the unfortunate situation that many people face in New York, where the artists get pushed out because the real estate is rising so quickly. And the Muse is growing and we're ready for expansion, but we unfortunately can't keep up with that area anymore. It's so much more than just a space. It's an entire community. It's a place where people feel safe to try things, to create, to experiment, and to meet new people.
The Muse has all sorts of programs that support local artists in creating and generating work right here in New York City. We provide artists with space to create, and we also give them the opportunity to get works up in front of an audience for the first time before it grows to be even bigger. We also bring in guest artists from all over the world to expose the artists here to all sorts of different work. My biggest fear is without places like the Muse, the artists here in New York City are no longer going to have a place to create. We need places like the Muse to sustain local art, so art isn't just imported from other places. Guys, this is it. This community needs places like the Muse. We need a home where we can create, where we can be together, where we can train, where we can share what we love with the community. Let's make this happen. We're inviting you to help us move the Muse.